Dear students, good morning. This is the fifth module of lesson Light Reflection and Refraction. In this module, we are going to study about refraction. At the end of this module, you can able to recognize that light travels at a different speed in different media, and also you can able to define laws of refraction, use Snell's law to determine incident and refracted angles and value of refractive index. What is refraction of light? The phenomenon of change in the direction of propagation of light when it passes obliquely from one transparent medium to another is called refraction of light. For a given angle of incidence, the extent of refraction of light is different in different media. Our next topic is refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Before taking this topic, you must know about what is optically rarer and optically denser medium. A medium in which the speed of light is more is known as optically rarer medium. Air is an optically rarer medium as compared to glass and water. So, what is optically denser medium? A medium in which the speed of light is less is known as optically denser medium. Now, let us discuss refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. Look at this picture carefully. The light ray has changed direction at a point O and O dash. Note that both the points O and O dash lie on surfaces separating two transparent media. Draw a perpendicular NM to AB at O and another perpendicular N dash M dash to CD at O dash. The light ray at point O has entered from a rarer medium to a denser medium, that is from air to glass. Note that the light ray has bent towards the normal. At O dash, the light ray has entered from glass to air, that is from a denser medium to a rarer medium. The light here has bent away from the normal. In this figure, IO is the incident ray, OO dash is the refracted ray, and O dash E is the emergent ray. You can observe that the emergent ray is parallel to the direction of the incident ray. The extent of bending of a ray of light at the opposite parallel faces AB and CD of the rectangular glass slab is equal and opposite. This is why the ray emerges parallel to the incident ray. Can you say what happens when a light ray is incident normally to the interface of two media? The light ray goes undeviated along the same straight line as shown in the figure. Let us discuss the laws of refraction of light. The first law is the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal to the interface of two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Second law is the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is a constant for the light of a given color and for the given pair of media. This law is also known as Snell's law of refraction. If I is the angle of incidence and R is the angle of refraction, then sin I by sin R is a constant. This constant value is called the refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first. Now let us study about refractive index in some detail. You have already studied that a ray of light that travels obliquely from one transparent medium into another will change its direction in the second medium. The extent of the change in direction that take place in a given pair of media is expressed in terms of the refractive index. The constant appearing on the right hand side of sin I by sin r is known as refractive index. The refractive index can be linked to an important physical quantity, the relative speed of propagation of light in different media. It turns out that light propagates with different speeds in different media. Light travels fastest in vacuum with a speed of 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. In air, the speed of light is only marginally less compared to that in vacuum. It reduces considerably in glass or water. The value of refractive index for a given pair of media depends upon the speed of light in the two media. Consider a ray of light traveling from medium 1 into medium 2. Let V1 be the speed of light in medium 1 and V2 be the speed of light in medium 2. The refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is given by the ratio of the speed of light in medium 1 and the speed of light in medium 2. So we can expressed or represented by the symbol it is N21. N21 means the refractive index of the second medium with respect to 1. So you can substitute the reciprocal like this 1 by 2, or we can say that N21 is equal to speed of light in medium 1 by speed of light in medium 2, that is equal to V1 by V2. That is N21 equal to V1 by V2. In the same method, we can represent the refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. It is represented as N12. N12 means refractive index of the medium 1 with respect to 2, which is equal to speed of light in medium 2 by speed of light in medium 1. N12 equal to 2 by 1. That is speed of light in medium 2 by speed of light in medium 1, which is equal to V2 by V1. That is N12 equal to V2 by V1. Now let us discuss what is absolute refractive index. It is nothing but if medium 1 is vacuum or air, you can choose medium 1 is always vacuum or air, then the refractive index of medium 2 is considered with respect to vacuum. That means your first medium is always air and you can choose your second medium as glass, water, then kerosene, diamond, like that. So first medium you should keep it is air or vacuum. So if medium 1 is air or vacuum, then the refractive index of medium 2 is considered with respect in vacuum. This is called the absolute refractive index of the medium. Now let us derive the equation for absolute refractive index. If c is the speed of light in air and v is the speed of light in the medium, then the refractive index of the medium Nm is given by Nm is equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in the medium, or you can simply represent the refractive indexes with the letter small letter n. So we can say that n equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in the medium, that is equal to c by v. The absolute refractive index of a medium is simply called its refractive index. The refractive index of several media is given in this table. You need not memorize the data, but this data are helpful in many places. So here the refractive index of air is very less, it is 1.0003, and also the most refractive index for diamond, it is 2.42, and also the optical density and the mass density of an object is actually in different meaning. From this table, that an optically denser medium may not possess greater mass density. For example, kerosene having higher refractive index, that is optically denser than water, although its mass density is actually less than water. Now let us discuss what is optical density. The ability of a medium to refract light is also expressed in terms of its optical density. We already studied that what is optically rarer medium and optically denser medium. When can we say that a medium is optically denser than the other? In comparing two media, the one with the larger refractive index is optically denser medium than the other. The other medium of lower refractive index is optically rarer. The speed of light is higher in a rarer medium than a denser medium. Thus, a ray of light traveling from a rarer medium to a denser medium slows down and bends towards the normal. When it travels from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it speeds up and bends away from the normal. Students, in this module, we discussed about refraction of light, laws of refraction and refractive index. Hope you understood this module. Read your textbook thoroughly and watch this video carefully. Thank you.